In the 1980s, Japan was the future. Its economy was roaring, its tech was dominating, and many believed it would soon overtake the United States. But today, that dream has vanished. Japan's economy has barely grown in over 30 years. So what happened? Was it just an asset bubble? Or did the US play a quiet but deadly role in Japan's collapse? Let's uncover one of the greatest economic reversals in modern history. Let's start with the numbers. In 1960, Japan's GDP was just $47 billion. But by 1990, it had exploded to $3.1 trillion. And it didn't stop there. At its peak in 1995, Japan's GDP hit a staggering $5.55 trillion. Some even thought it would surpass the US. Here's the proof. In 1995, the US was at $7.60 trillion, just a step ahead. Meanwhile, Japan had already beaten the US in GDP per capita back in 1987. This wasn't just growth, it was domination. Outside of China, no country had come this close to taking the economic crown from America. How did Japan get so powerful so fast? One word: exports. From the 1970s to the 1980s, Japan became a global manufacturing juggernaut. Cars, electronics, semiconductors. Companies like Toyota, Hitachi, and Fujitsu flooded global markets. In 1981, Japan held 69.5% of the DRAM chip market. The US, just 30.5%. Japan wasn't just catching up, it was pulling ahead. But success came with a cost. The US was importing far more from Japan than it exported. By 2000, Japan had built the world's largest foreign reserves, $361 billion. America was bleeding money, and Washington had had enough. On September 22, 1985, at the Plaza Hotel in New York, the US made its move. Leaders from the world's top 5 economies, US, Japan, Germany, France, and the UK, signed the Plaza Accord. Their goal? To weaken the US dollar and strengthen Japan's yen. This would make American exports cheaper, and Japanese goods more expensive. In 1985, $1 got you 240 yen. Just 3 years later, only 128. The yen had jumped 50% in value, overnight. For Japan's export-driven economy, it was a disaster. Exports dropped from 13.6% of GDP to just 9.4%. Growth slowed. Factories scaled back. Profits vanished. To fix the crisis, Japan slashed interest rates from over 5% in 1985 to just 2.5% by 1989. Money flooded the economy. Real estate and stocks soared. Tokyo's land was suddenly worth more than all the land in the United States. The Nikkei doubled. The entire country was riding a wave of speculation. And then, it crashed. From $2.6 trillion in 1989 to just $606 billion by 1992. It took nearly 20 years to recover. The real estate market collapsed, the banks were buried in bad loans, the economy froze. From 1995 to today, Japan's economy has barely grown. No major boom, no recovery, just 3 decades of stagnation. So, was it America's fault? The Plaza Accord was meant to rebalance the global economy, and Japan agreed to it. Some Japanese officials even saw it as a sign of international respect, but here's the issue. The yen appreciated too fast, exports collapsed, Japan's own response, easy credit and speculation, backfired. The US didn't destroy Japan's economy, but it pushed the first domino, and Japan's next move sealed its fate. Japan went from the brink of overtaking the US to being stuck in economic limbo. It wasn't just about charts, policies, or currencies. It was about how a rising power threatening the global order was slowed down, reshaped, and ultimately outmaneuvered. Could it happen again? With China? Or with America itself? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you like this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe for more deep dive geopolitical stories.